Hi, my name is Sharon McAllister, and this is the introduction to a series of videos on child development that I have been asked to make. It is invitation only to view these, so if you're watching this, you are a very close family member or friend, or you are a family member or close friend of someone that is near and dear to me. I ask that none of these become public. I'm trying to keep this just a conversation between you and me. If I had to attend to making it very professional, I know I wouldn't do it, and I want to follow through on doing this because I've been asked to do so. So this is just a conversation here, and the reason that I've been asked to do this is because I am a pediatric occupational therapist with more than 33 years experience, and over the decades I have spent much time presenting to community members and parents, grandparents and guardians and other professionals about child development and how to nurture development in all 5 domains, which is cognitive, social, emotional, motor, self-care, and communication. Because we have a new generation close to us, including my very own son and daughter-in-law, Quinn and Karen, who are expecting twins in May, we have all these new babies coming of nieces and nephews and friends. I have been asked by either them or close family members of them to find a way to share this information with you, because it seems kind of silly that I do this with other people that I really don't know well or I'm not close to, but I'm not doing it for you because you happen to not live near me. So this is my way of doing it. I'm hoping to do these a little bit in sequential order of development. I'm not promising that, but I will entitle each one so that you'll be able to know what it will be about. They will be very brief, and again, they will be very casual. Please follow up with any questions that you may want to ask me, and you can use my email or my cell phone. I know you have it. If you don't, you know how to get it. And your questions can be very general, or they could be very specific to your little one. It's okay. Reach out. If you're watching these, it's because I am more than willing to share information with you. So the first thing I want to say is congratulations. Being a parent is amazing, and it is very hard, very, very hard, and very, very rewarding. I am grateful every day that I have been able to parent 3 children, and I'm so happy for you that you are going to be having this experience also, whether that be your own birth children or children that you are adopting as babies or as older children. The next thing that I want to say is 1000% you will make mistakes. We all did. Everybody has made mistakes, many mistakes. Some of them are very, very small, which no one will ever see, and they're very, very private. Some of them are very, very big, and they may be very, very public. And what you do when you make a mistake is you try and remedy it if it's possible and do a better job the next time and move forward. And if it's not possible, you move forward. The common denominator there is you move forward. And the third thing that I want to say is that, and I can't say this clearly enough, you are or will be the expert on your baby. You will know your baby significantly better than anybody else. Any professional with experience, any person with the alphabet soup after their name, you will know them better. Better than a relative that has, had years of experience, better than a foster mom that's raised hundreds of kids. You are the expert on your baby. You may not have the verbiage, but you know your baby. And I say that because I had to learn that lesson as a young mom. I was already a pediatric therapist, and my firstborn, Quinn, was feeling very fussy, and he was being passed around by very loving relatives who thought that was the answer, and I knew in my heart that he was unhappy. And I walked outside of the house as he was being held by these loving relatives, but crying, and a neighbor friend of one of my older relatives came on and asked me what was wrong. And she was probably in her 40s or 50s and much older than I was at that point. And I told her what was happening, and she put her hands on my shoulder and she looked me right in the eyes and she said, "You go back in there. You know your baby better than anybody. I do not care who those people are, how they're related to you, or how much experience they have. You know him, you get him, and you help him calm down." And that's what I did, and I've always remembered that. So I share that with you and encourage you to do the same. So the topics that I'm going to cover will be on typical and atypical development. They'll be on well-child checks. They'll be, and what you might want to ask. They'll be on what to do when you find yourself comparing to your siblings or friends' children, because we all do. Some ways it can be helpful and some ways not. How to get through some of the rough spots. What equipment you need and don't need. Feeding issues, anything like that, any play, any of those things I will be touching upon. So I hope you find this helpful, and once again, congratulations.